it's Colleen, and I did Erickson's Psychosocial Theory of Human Development. Erickson's theory is based on how personality is developed through stages in life. Three major elements that make up Erickson's theory include ego identity, ego strength, and conflict. Ego identity is developed by human interaction and how an individual becomes more conscious of themselves and their surroundings. Ego strength deals with an individual becoming competent in different areas in life. By becoming competent in life, they feel more important. Erickson believed everyone at some point or another will go through a conflict in their lives, which causes a turning point in their development. In this time, personal growth is high, but potential for failure is equally as high. Here is a diagram briefly explaining each stage. It shows the age group and what conflict counters it. Each stage focuses on a different crisis relative to the age group, which prepares them for the next stage, in which they have a completely different conflict to overcome. As the arrow shows, each stage increases in complexity. Stage 1 of Erickson's psychosocial theory deals with the age between birth and a year and a half. During this stage, the major conflict is trust versus mistrust. At this stage, the child is completely dependent on their caregivers. The child learns trust by being given the necessary means to both live physically and emotionally. Stage 2 of Erickson's psychosocial theory deals with children ages 1.5 to 3. The major conflict during this stage is autonomy versus shame. This stage, children are becoming more independent and learning things on their own. It is in the parents' reactions to their children's actions that develop this part of their personalities. The parents need to be patient and encouraging in order for their child to develop properly in this stage. Stage 3 of Erickson's theory deals with ages 3 to 6. The major conflict in this stage is initiative versus guilt. This is considered the play age for children, where their imaginations grow. They begin to mimic and mirror what they see. They also learn morality. When they do something wrong, they can now expect a punishment. This is how they are taught guilt. Stage 4 of Erickson's theory deals with ages 6 to 12. The major conflict of this stage is industry versus inferiority. This is the age where children spend more time with their peers and teachers than with their parents. This causes them to have a much bigger influence on them. This is considered their entrance to life, where they are becoming very independent. They become inferior in this stage if they do not succeed socially. Stage 5 of Erickson's theory deals with the ages 12 to 18. The major conflict of this stage is identity versus role confusion. In this stage, people pull away from the influence of their peers and teachers and start determining their own identities. This is when people go through puberty, so there is a large change at this point in their lives as well. Stage 6 deals with ages 18 to 35. The major conflict of this stage is intimacy versus isolation. During this time, a person begins to settle and want to start a family. Oftentimes, failing to find a romantic partner at this stage causes people to have isolation from others. Stage 7 deals with ages 35 to 55. The major conflict in this stage is generativity versus self-absorption. In this stage, the two biggest responsibilities to a person are their career and their children. Stage 8 deals with ages 55 to death. The major conflict of this stage is integrity versus despair. This stage is about life reflection. And that's the end. Thank you all for listening. Here are my sources. Thank you.